In addition to legalizing XRP, they plan to purchase $40 billion worth of it as a strategic reserve for cryptocurrencies. According to some news reports, each XRP will be valued over $60,000. Additionally, the US's approach on XRP has evolved significantly. Now there is discussion about using cryptocurrencies like XRP to add more than $60 trillion to the XRP record in order to pay off the US debt. Before we discuss the actual substance and provided all the facts and information to demonstrate that it is what we are discussing, we gave the viewer of this movie some free XRP and a multi-cabaret. Hello everyone, this is in less than 5 minutes you can receive free money. To join up for Apple and make a purchase, simply follow, like, and make sure to always click on the text link. 1 penny to $10 is the pricing range for the purchase. You can receive $100 worth of free XRP if you sign up and make a purchase. That being said, let's start watching the film. However, adding $40 billion to XRP would significantly disrupt the supply. Additionally, according to Forbes, the most trustworthy source of business news, each XRP value is valued at $60,000. This isn't an error. The price of XRP will shortly increase. It is evident, in my opinion, that the Chinese government has accepted the XRP letter and is now allowing cryptocurrencies to operate. Remember that China's state bank just partnered with Ripple to enable XRP as a payment method. This will increase the value of XRP by 20 trillion and was written in a verified report. It's not that outrageous when you consider the $20 trillion push and the $40 billion return of XRP. You claim that employing XRP will increase revenue by $20 trillion. China and the government will purchase XRP and hold it in a cryptocurrency hoard because it will happen. I want to be clear that this material is not from a reliable source and has not been thoroughly verified. It appears that it will be real, or even more real, than I sent it. As soon as the news broke, US President Donald Trump chose XRP as his personal asset for the US crypto reserve. This is his statement. Now let's discuss this, but first, let's look at this. As stated by President Trump, it is crucial to support cryptocurrency like XRP. China will take the initiative if the US doesn't. It implies to open this $630 trillion market on the XRP record in real life. Trump is well aware that China is attempting to monopolize the XRP system and the cryptocurrency industry. His task now is to make that change. Indeed, he claimed on his own Twitter account that a US cryptocurrency reserve would automate this crucial work. Industry following years of deceptive attacks by the previous administration. In my second directive about digital assets, I instructed the President's working group to start establishing a crypto strategic reserve that would house ADA, Solana, and XRP. America will once again be great. Additionally, I'll see to it that the US becomes the global center of technology. However, look at this. They exclusively discuss XRP while discussing cryptocurrency. If they don't adopt XRP and other cryptocurrencies initially, they don't say that China will take the lead. Again, it appears that this is actually taking place and many XRP will be bought back by a number of state banks. The XRP system is currently being used by numerous central banks worldwide. The Central Bank of France, the Central Bank of Switzerland, the Bank of Ireland, and the Central Bank of Ireland are among them. A digital euro is another goal of the European Union. The XRP database along with Ripple Labs will enable this. However, since they don't want you to purchase XRP, they won't inform you again. According to reports, BlackRock and JP Morgan have always controlled the XRP market and had been steadily increasing their holdings prior to the cryptocurrency's explosive growth. Both demand and price increase. We've already informed you, guys, that you should be aware of the price of XRP. Redgun, the CEO of Ripple, declared during the election that we will be the next Bitcoin, but on steroids. He added that XRP would be utilized for all everyday tasks worldwide. When you consider that Bitcoin costs $120,000, you can see that XRP is on the verge of hitting all-time highs. You must pay a substantial sum of money for each XRP. Even XRP's co-founder stated publicly, the value of that XRP ought to be $10,000. According to David Schwartz, another XRP co-founder, The world needs XRP, and it makes more sense for it to be worth $1,000 rather than merely $1,000. You must be aware of the size of this. According to XRP and Ripple representatives, XRP will cost tens of thousands or possibly hundreds of thousands of dollars. I think it's important to bring this up. It seems obvious that it should be, since the US and China will each pay billions of dollars to purchase it back. It is already being used by institutions and state banks. Let's engage in the clips at the moment. The ability to distinguish between what is real and what is just chatter is, in my opinion, the most crucial aspect of cryptocurrency. Yes, some may think it's similar to Napster for movies and music. To put it another way, Napster was the first business to record music and demonstrate its many useful applications. However, they ultimately violated trademark laws and failed to pay fees. The government intervened, which prevented Napster from succeeding. However, popular programs like iTunes, Spotify, and Pandora performed exceptionally well. The upcoming digital. Some of the issues that Bitcoin was designed to address will be resolved. Will Bitcoin be replaced by XRP? This is all well and good, but payments have also stated that XP would have to pay $70 to assist with the $300 trillion that would be transferred across borders. Although this is not the same thing, actual money is the reason for everything. You people don't know what real money is. It's an additional $600. The value of real estate is around $154.39 trillion. The world to the acceptance letter with actual funds. What is contained in the acceptance letter? It was a move that made you feel good to ascend from 2 cents and use tokens. In 2 cents, there are over 4,500 precise days or weeks. Look at this, please. This is the actual cost of the chicken. As you can see, many people have gathered. Assistance is quite powerful. Rejection is essentially non-existent. However, as everything is starting to come together, I would like to click here. Every settlement is followed by a major breakout. For starters, a genuine ticket is rather expensive. Once more, that's 3 cents for a legitimate piece. Look at this, please. At Law East, genuine tokens are worth 10,000 times as much. That's the meaning of this word. You can get $10,000 for just $1. You can obtain 100,000 for $1. You could make $10 million with simply $1,000 or $10,000 in real money. Additionally, it's on the thanks a lot to the XUP agent. It has genuine heart behind it, which is its best quality. A genuine group with a genuine interest in the project's success came up with the idea. It received a perfect score. This is essentially hard to believe at a KYC, only for large projects. But take a look at this. The next best KYC score is 100%. Additionally, the top 3 risk takers receive a 10% score. The total of these is $3,000. Wallets. This is absurd. It continues to grow in size every day. I say this. I purchased an actual ticket. I know this would sell like mad once it's on any central market, even if it's just one. So I'm constantly averaging my expenses and accumulating a nice bag. Since it was less than a penny, it has increased by hundreds of thousands of